Police in New York City are literally under siege. In 3 separate incidents over the past 2 weeks, there's video of officers being attacked. We'll show it to you. And yet, at the same time, the New York City Council voted last night to create a law that will bog down police officers in more paperwork, overriding a veto from Mayor Eric Adams by a vote of 42-9. So officers in a department already significantly understaffed, facing low morale, will be doing a job that's just that much more bureaucratic. Meanwhile, out on the street, they're facing this. Nearly 2 weeks ago, a woman intentionally plowed her vehicle into police on the Upper East Side. The driver said she was high at the time. And last Monday, body cam footage shows a guy with a machete brutally attacking police in close quarters in Brooklyn. 3 officers injured, 1 slashed in the side of the head. And just this past Saturday in Times Square, 2 officers beaten down, pummeled, kicked by an angry mob. They included over a dozen alleged assailants, migrants, some of whom were arrested and then released without bail. That's just the past few days. And those are just the incidents that had video and were publicized. By the way, the driver in that first video, apparently, while deliberately plowing into police officers, she said, "F these cops." It's with this backdrop that the city council is now adding to the paperwork cops have to complete by requiring officers to chronicle the age, gender, and race for any investigative encounter with the public, no matter how insignificant. They say it increases transparency, will help combat racism, and won't take cops that long to do it on their phones. But Mayor Adams, a former cop himself, isn't buying it.
The most basic interaction, they have to document. They have to guess their age, guess their gender, guess their ethnicity, write down a reason why they stopped them. That in itself is going to deter people from wanting to talk to police officers. The public don't want to be interviewed constantly by police officers. That is not what we are looking for. Not only drowning officers in unnecessary paperwork that will saddle taxpayers with tens of millions of dollars in additional NYPD overtime each year, but also taking officers from police in our streets and engaging with the community. We cannot handcuff the police. We want to handcuff bad people who are violent. That's the goal.
And yesterday, after the vote to override his veto, the mayor's office released a statement saying, in part, these bills will make New Yorkers less safe on the streets while police officers are forced to fill out additional paperwork rather than focus on helping New Yorkers and strengthening community bonds. Additionally, it will make staff in our jails and those in our custody less safe by impairing our ability to hold those who commit violent acts accountable. This means that, for example, in a case where you speak to, 300 people while looking into a missing person, they have to log every single one of those encounters with the demographic details. Now, I would expect that this just makes being a police officer in New York an even less appealing job, while doing very little or nothing to make anyone safer. It's already hard in New York and across the country to recruit new officers. So why would you want to make it harder? Why would you want to slow down investigations, spend more taxpayer dollars on paperwork? Even if your goal is to protect a community from bad cops, this feels like statistic gathering for political purposes, masquerading as progress. Well, the city council members who overturned the mayor's veto don't think so. They say this is going to make policing better, fairer, and more effective in the city. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.